welcome to RPM, Rock and Pop Mandolin, your site for learning classic rock and pop songs on this wonderful little 8-stringed instrument. My name is Mike DeJong, and in this video we're taking you back to the early 1990s, the late grunge, early Britpop era, I guess. Maybe this is probably late grunge, 1993, but anyway, it's a British band, and it was a really popular song over in Europe and in North America in the early 90s. The song is called Laid, and it's by a band called James. And they are, I guess you could say this was a one-hit wonder, because I don't really know of any other hits from this band, but this one is a fun one. And the best part about this song is it's really, really easy. It's only 3 chords, basically all the way through. However, there is one little tricky bit that might throw you off, and that makes the song, well, a little less easy. I'll show you that part in this video coming up. But first, if you're new here, thanks very much for checking out RPM, but don't forget to hit that little red subscriber button on the way out in the lower right corner of your screen. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks very much for coming back. We always appreciate your support. But don't forget to check out all of the links down below where you can help this channel and help yourselves. There's a lot of great things there for you as a mandolin player, including a link to my Learn Rock and Pop Mandolin Lessons series, video lessons. That's a great lesson series for beginners or intermediate players, and it's only $29.99. It's still $29.99, and the link is down below, so check that out. Also down below, a link to my Patreon site where you can get tabs for, well, nearly 100 mandolin songs over there now. I'm adding to that just about every week, so lots of tabs over there, including this song. So check it out. Go over to my Patreon page. The link is down below. There's also some links down there for my affiliates like Sweetwater and Amazon if you're looking to pick up any new products for your mandolin playing, including tuners and pedals and, well, a host of things. Sweetwater and Amazon are both great. Check it out. But that's enough business. Let's take a look at this song by James. It's called Laid, mandolin version here on RPM. All right, taking a look at this song by James called Laid. It's pretty easy. It's just there, as I mentioned, but there is one tricky part, and I'll show you that in a second. So first, we've got this little chord progression, all right? So what is that? Well, it starts with the C chord, your basic cowboy C, 2nd fret here of your D string, 3rd fret of your A, and that open G, right? And you can even hit that open E if you want. Okay, so all right, so what you're doing is you're pulling in that note there at the 3rd fret of your D string. And that kind of creates a C sus chord, C sus4 chord. Now, I'm doing it with an open A string here. So I'm going like this. Okay, so what is that? It's... Okay, so 2 and 3, and then 3 open, 3 here on the D and the open A, and then 2 open, and then open D string, G string, G chord. Okay, that's your G chord, your cowboy G, 2nd fret of your A, 3rd fret of your G, right? So here, quickly or easily, it's just, right? This is the introduction to the song where they just pause on that G chord, all right? I'll show you the rest later from the verses, but so I'm just doing down, up, down, down, down. So see that? Like that. So what I'm doing is I'm playing that as a double stop there. Now you could play the full C chord or the C sus chord if you want, like this. I'd even use this finger instead of the 2nd finger. I'd bring in my 3rd finger there because the 2nd finger you can utilize on this string. So all right, so you can do it like that, but I prefer to do it with that open string. It just sounds a little cooler on the mandolin, like this. Okay, so after you do, so you're going 2, 3, 2, open D, and then hit that G note there, and then a full G chord, so like this. like that. Or you could do it with that sus chord. And then, all right, so that's the beginning of the song. Throughout the verses, it's the same chords, it's just a little more strumming, so. So instead of just like at the beginning of the song, you're adding, so down, up, down, up, down. So actually up, down, and then all downstrokes after that. So I'm going to play it my way. Okay, and the other way. Okay, so that's the first part of the main riff that goes all throughout the tune. Now, the next part is the tricky part, as I mentioned before. You go down to an F chord, okay? So that's 5th fret of your G, 3rd fret of your D, open A, and 1st fret of the E. So you're on an F chord there now. So the third time you do that, you go. Okay, here's a little tricky strumming. Down, right? So it's just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up on the F chord, and then to a G chord. So you hit it once, and back to C. Now, what you're doing there is you're emphasizing beat 1 of every measure. So like this. You see that? So it's da 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 da. All right. Now, if it's difficult for you to play with a pick, you can also just do this with your fingers by curling your fingers around so they mimic a pick. And sometimes I find that's a little easier to strum this part. See, you can get the timing a little tighter maybe, but what I'm using here is my pick, my blue chip pick, on the side rather than the pointy part that I normally use. I'm using it on the side here, so I can really feel that beat on the first beat of each measure, all right? Okay, so that's it. Let's play through it one more time. Beginning part, they just pause. Pause, right? Third time. Now the F chord. And now the verses. Right? And that's it. That's basically the entire song all the way from start to finish. Okay, that's it. A really simple and quick lesson for Laid by James. A really fun song, but very simple. If you get that strumming down on the F chord and the G chord, you'll have it. And yeah, you'll have a lot of fun playing this one. So thanks very much for watching. If you're new here, once again, don't forget to hit that little subscriber button on the lower right corner of your screen. If you are a returning subscriber, thanks very much for coming back. But please check out all the links down below to help yourself and support the channel just a little bit more. By the way, you can also pick up some RPM merch through a link down below. These are great holiday gifts if you're looking for something for the holidays for the mandolinists in your family, who might even be you. Thanks once again for watching RPM. My name is Mike DeJong.